So today I'm doing something a little different for my blog. I've decided to spend some time in front of the camera and share with you a few reasons why I love and hate China. After living here for close to 18 months, I can safely say that the same reasons why I love China are also the same reasons why on some days I utterly and entirely hate this place. So here are 5 reasons why I love and hate China. Number 1, the people. I have met some of the sweetest people who have melted my heart on numerous occasions, from the kids that I teach in class to the friends who I now call family. However, being a foreigner in China means that you are going to be stared at. What does that mean? Well, it means that you will be stared at by the lady sitting opposite you on the subway. You will be stared at by the man sitting next to you on the subway who tries to read the same page of the English book that you are reading. You will be stared at by the grandma walking down the street, and you certainly will be stared at by the grandpa sitting at the table opposite you in the restaurant who finds it completely fascinating that you can speak Mandarin to the waitress.
Just smile away, boys. Smile away.
Number 2. The food. I have tasted some of the most amazing, flavorsome food, from dumplings, which are my favorite, to deep fried mango, to fried rice, to shark fin soup, to steamed frog, which I never will do again. And no, local food here does not taste like Chinese food back home. However, on some days, I have also gotten sick. Not because of the poor quality of food, but because I've eaten way too much spicy food at Hai Di Lao.
Yeah.
Number 3, transportation. Now, I live in South Africa and we don't have a subway system. So moving to a city like Beijing, where the subway system runs pretty much around the entire city, means that I can get from one end of the city to another side of the city with no hassle at all. When I do decide to take a taxi or a bus, maybe if I decide to go city hopping, yes, traffic can be pretty crazy on some days, especially during peak hours or peak days. I mean, this is Beijing, and Beijing is notorious for its traffic. Number 4, the language. Now, being a foreigner in China who does not speak Mandarin means that you pretty much don't understand anything. When I first arrived here, going into the supermarket was a pretty daunting experience. Seeing symbols and signs instead of Latin letters overwhelmed me, but you learn to get around it by downloading apps like Pleco or Google Translate. You learn to get around. However, recently I've started learning Mandarin, and I can honestly say that after my first few lessons with my Chinese teacher, I am growing to love Mandarin. Not just because it is such a beautiful sounding language, but because it's something so different from the rest. You can't learn Mandarin without learning how to sound like a local Chinese. You can't speak Mandarin without using expression and feeling in what it is that you're saying. So yes, you may hate the language when you first get here, but give it time and you will grow to love it. Number 5, the internet. Now, being a foreigner in China means that you constantly have this love-hate relationship with China and the Chinese internet. Have you ever heard of the Great Firewall of China? Yes, there is such a thing as the Great Firewall. The Great Wall. The Chinese government has a way of monitoring your internet usage. It also means that popular sites like Facebook, Google, YouTube, Instagram are all blocked in China. Using something like a VPN means that you're able to access these sites. It is also limited to the speed of your internet and the quality of the VPN that you use. So yes, there are times where you can hate the internet in China. Are there times where you can love the internet? Haven't you ever heard that in China you can order anything online? From shoes, to food, to a wireless router, to beakers, to pH strips, to microscopes. Yes, you can order anything online for a fraction of the price and have it delivered to you in under 24 hours. So, there you have it. 5 things that I love and hate about China.